New on Curiosity Stream.
Just because it hasn't been done before doesn't mean you can't.
Watch Earth's greatest minds forge our path to a better tomorrow. It's engineering the future. And Jaws, Star Wars, The Godfather, E.T. The biggest movies have even bigger music. From King Kong to The Dark Knight. See how musicians scored Hollywood's greatest hits on great film composers' music of the movies. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Hey, Ola, it's Miles. Thank you guys for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast.
Have you heard our newest podcast? It's called The Greatest Story Never Told.
Download it today on radio.com. Be sure to subscribe. New episodes are uploaded every Tuesday at noon.
The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Our question. Moving along now. Yeah. Right. What did you like or get into as a kid that you still enjoy today? And here come your emails from the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Guys, going to baseball games is something my father and I enjoyed together when I was a kid and still to this day. He taught me to appreciate the subtle nuances of the game, the smell of the ballpark, natural sounds of the game, pace of play, regardless of speed, never gets old, even as the game itself changes. COVID needs to go F itself in the butt so I can take my father to another game. That from Diane.
I will say, I remember the first time going to an NFL game in person and just the color of the grass. Just
blew your mind. Yeah.
It was just shocking. You'd only seen it on crappy TVs. Oh, man, is this Nog over there?
Yeah, I'm still nogging, bro.
I would never tell anybody not to enjoy the holiday season. You're going to have to stop drinking that stuff for work.
Gentlemen, when I was 8 years old, way back in 1982, my dad had purchased a computer, and since then, I haven't been the same. I started by writing simple programs, and after about a decade, my next stage was making computers talk to each other over networks. I still do this routinely, but now I do it professionally for a company whose building is pretty much across the street from the studio. But I haven't set foot inside of it since March. That from Dennis. Guys collected baseball cards as a young kid, still do. That from Jelly. I'll probably get made fun of for this, but everyone already teases me, so whatever. Growing up, I had the chance to go to Build-A-Bear Workshop once as a child. To me, it was the coolest experience ever, but I only got to go because I got a gift card for my birthday. Not something my parents would go out of their way to do, as there were 4 of us. Now, as an adult... Dude, we're almost down the home stretch. Guys, I have 30 different stuffed animals. I lost count. Build-A-Bear's business has grown over the years, so I have Pokemon, Star Wars, Disney-themed bears, holiday specials, and more. Things I also enjoyed as a kid. All I've spent at least $30 to $60 on each. It's a hobby. My mom calls it a waste of money and a way to scare off men. Oh, well, I love it. That is thick.
How old is that person?
Real thick.
Samantha, she is, she doesn't say. Oh, let's see, guys.
Build-A-Bears.
Happy birthday to my 19th-year-old college son, Daniel. Was going to take you to Canada to have a drink in the bars, but as the rest of the year proves, the border is still closed, and we can't. Instead of a happy birthday, can he get a little happy Hanukkah from Smokey Robinson and a Joey Chestnut? Thanks, guys. That from Rebecca Lee.
Happy Chanukah.
Joey Chestnut!
Wait, give me with a Al. Just
Happy
with Al.
Chanukah.
Oh, God. I hope that sticks around with people
Happy
like that.
Chanukah.
Happy Chanukah.
6th night at Chinooka tonight, is that right?
7th. I think last night was the 6th night.
Gotcha. Guys, today my oldest, Chantel, is 23 years old, I think. This vegetarian youngin' deserves a birthday steak. How about Coach Ted to give a motivational speech on eating cows? Happy Chinooka and Shalom. That from Vernon.
Happy Chanukah. First of all, you eat vegetables. What do cows eat? Grass. They should eat grass. They eat too much corn. Don't get me started on that. But they're eating cows. You know what a cow's sole purpose in life is? Some would say raise a family, like mini cows. No, it's to end up on your plate. Now listen, you want to eat veggies? Start with a filet. You're welcome. Man, that is right. I am sorry. Like, I don't even want to eat steak right now.
You don't even want to open your mouth. Yeah, we're just talking about how you get COVID in your mouth, and that's it.
I don't know that we've had one smell like that in this studio. And we've been over here, what, 3 years?
Yeah, that's what my butt feels like. That sound right there.
So we figured out which brand you shouldn't drink.
I know. It was quick.
As soon as I found out we had it in there, I was like, how do we get this in here?
It's only been 2.5
All right,
hours.
listen, Mike and I brought it last Friday.
You brought it?
We wanted to mix, after work, we wanted to mix some hard soda waters with eggnog.
It was your fault then.
We were fired up all week about it.
It's delicious. Jesus.
I know, I blame ourselves.
Guys, I'm writing y'all to celebrate my 26th birthday. Listen all the time. Gonna get an owl hitting the window and the Dirty Germans on how a man who handles meat at work all day what he should do for his birthday. Thanks, guys. That from Jordan.
Yeah, if you play your cards right, you have someone handle your meat for your birthday.
Yeah, I see this Jordan's only 26. You should go back to our last email and hook up with the 23-year-old daughter and introduce her to your steak.
Right. Guys, I made it to 30 years old. It's been a crazy year. I would love Coach Ted to hype me on how to spend this birthday. Keep on rocking, bitches. You are the highlight of my drive home. That from the lovely Samantha.
30 years old. I'll tell you what. It's going to be hard to make it a dirty 30 if you don't live with a boyfriend, Samantha. But you can still have fun. Enjoy yourself. Do the things normal women would do on a 30th birthday. Wear a lot of pink. Maybe put on something glittery. Put on a tiara and drink way too much champagne and shots. Coach knows that's a stereotype. That's why he went with it.
Yeah, but we all know because you're wearing a sash when you go out normally.
Yeah, today's my 30th birthday.
Yes,
Yeah.
the birthday sash.
I feel like they're wearing sashes and tiaras for both.
Yep.
Or for both birthdays, or 30th birthday and bachelorette party.
That's exactly right.
To see, they don't want to admit when they're 40.
Bitches, I want to wish my sexy boyfriend
You know
Kevin.
what? Coach doesn't mind. Admit you're 40.
All the bitches, I'd like to wish my sexy boyfriend Kevin a very dirty 30th birthday. Gonna get a little kid face sandwich, and the Dirty Germans talking about being 30 years old. Thanks, guys, and rock on. That from Kevin's much younger girlfriend.
Fish challenge!
Yeah, the best thing about being 30 is that it rhymes with both dirty and squirty. And what is dirty and squirty? Except a little boo-boo time.
Yeah, see, the 30th birthday seems momentous, but honestly, it's a fun time. Enjoy it. Oh, yeah. You better have a savings account now.
But fellas, I want to wish the happiest of birthdays to my wonderful husband, Cody. He is 35 years old. I appreciate everything you do for us, and I'm glad I finally get to call myself your wife. So how about giving him a big old bong rip and the Dirty Germans talking about hooking up with the landscaper. Thanks so much, guys. That from Sydney in Snohomish.
Yeah, the best thing about being with the landscape is that you know they will always have a nicely trimmed bush.
Yeah, and Sid, I can read through the lines here. Congratulations on finally becoming his wife. I assumed you've lived together for 7 years.
Waiting.
Right? I'm going to stay in this house for 7 years if you don't propose. Is that still legal? Is that still law everywhere?
I don't know if it's ever. I think it's state by state.
All right, I learned that in Maryland. For some reason, I've never let it go. Like, when I get older, I'm going to kick her out at 6.5.
That's a strong philosophy in life.
My wife Jamie turns 37 today. How about a fish sandwich medley, please? That from Jesse the Body.
Can I get
A fillet of fish sandwich.
So you know I got
I'll have a fish sandwich.
Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich? With the cheese and the tartar on the side. Is it too early for a fish sandwich? Cheese and tartar on the side. Oh, yeah. I smell the fish sandwich. Maybe some dinner relish in the morning. At noon and at night.
Can I buy you a fish sandwich?
So you don't want a fish sandwich?
Guys, I want to wish my beautiful wife Jennifer a happy 39th birthday. She's not going to be happy with me saying her age, but at least she's not turning 40 like her sister. Ooh, since they share the same birthday, only 1 year apart, please have the Dirty Germans wish them a very happy birthday. With love, guys. That from Anthony.
Yeah, tonight things will sound like this.
Jesus!
Charles, this German doesn't want to open his mouth, which is weird for a dirty one. So congratulations on the birthday.
Yep. I'm scooting your way, Ted.
I'm not going to lie to you. It's drifting over here
I
pretty
know
quickly.
it is. It's the thickness level. A bitch's my amazing husband Gus' birthday is today. He's 44 years old. Can I get a birthday shout out with a fish sandwich? And the Dirty German's talking about the things I'm going to do to him tonight. Thanks, guys. That from the lovely Amber.
Do I get a fish sandwich?
Yeah, tonight she's going to pretend that you are Kermit the Frog and she's Jim Henson.
Sal, you're going to have to go back to where Miles was growing up and he was 20 and retrieve that exit only sign now.
Yeah.
Yes. Patrols, I want to do a quick birthday shout out to my lovely wife, Teresa. This is not quick. She's starting the big 45 today. She's the center of our universe. Blah, 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 blah. Never listen to the show.
Blah, blah, blah.
Boy, says a quick birthday shout out, and there's 5 paragraphs. Now she's a loyal listener, and I get to say I told you so. Zeroing in on a rather excellent achievement, running 2,020 miles in this crappy calendar year.
Good Lord.
Nice.
And Miggs would be happy. She only has 69 miles to go.
Oh, yeah, 69.
I was hoping that you could hook her up with a fish sandwich and some thrill gets, followed by Coach Ted providing inspiring words to get her through this last hurdle of her remarkable accomplishment. Happy birthday, Teresa, from your boys Scott and Sean in Covington.
Fish sandwich. Are you sure?
Get.
Those gets are getting a little tough over there, aren't they, son?
A little bit.
All right, Miles. Assistant Coach Recovery, how many miles has she run?
She has run at 2,000. Oh, God. 20, 40. Oh, no.
Don't worry about it, Coach. We got to move this.
Oh,
All
no.
right. You got 69 miles left. Today's your birthday. We're doing 0 miles. And the next week, we're going to get there. And when you get that championship, somebody's be holding a sign. Maybe your old I told you so husband that says 69 accomplished.
And finally, for the birthdays, Ola guys, can I get a birthday shout out for my Eskimo brother and best buddy for the last 40 years? Hi, hippie tall boy Hal. He is 65 today, and I want to give the old fart a shout out with a big old bong rip followed by a your penis is too small. Thanks, guys. That from Stevie Wonder. And one final shout out to our main man, Kyle Court. He has made it to AARPH. He is now 50 years old. Please give him a your penis is too small. All right, guys. Here you go. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Ya's the Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefly.
Now, the men's room wants to know who sucks less?
Yay! Time for Who Sucks Less. Stephen Thrillhill, you bring us 3 stories from the news each and every week. All of them suck to some degree. It is up to us to figure out out of the 3 stories, which one sucked the least. Now, if you like KISW on Facebook, the debate is already underway on Who Sucks Less.
I cannot explain how bad these farts smell.
I cannot believe that you just keep doing it in here.
It won't stop, man.
My ass.
Today,
His ass.
I'm pretty sure that we've covered all 3 of these stories on the show, but not in Who Sucks Less. And in this case, all these people wanted to share a little extra something about themselves, namely their genitalia.
Oh, God.
I know, dude. It is thick. It doesn't smell like eggnog on the backside. But 2 stories come out of Connecticut, but of course, Florida, we can't forget about you. So let's start in Connecticut, where a mall Santa is facing felony charges after exposing himself to a teenage coworker. According to the cops, 45-year-old Prince Carter, he was on break from his Santa duties when he hugged and grabbed a female victim in the break room, where he also exposed himself to her. Responding to a 911 call about possible sexual assault, Milford Police Department officers subsequently arrested him on risk of injury to a minor and sexual assault charges. He was booked into county jail, from which he was later freed on $25,000 bond.
Damn.
He's been rebarred from returning to the mall, which, by the way, is Connecticut's largest. No surprise there. But we stay in Connecticut, where a half-dressed man who was spotted, quote, humping trees in a stranger's backyard. He's behind bars on multiple charges. Officers were dispatched to a residence after a 911 caller reported that there was an unknown male in the backyard, half-dressed, humping trees, screaming, and eating branches. Now, when cops got there, the suspect ran into a neighboring house, causing its inhabitants to flee their home in fear. The intruder, identified as John Fignar, subsequently exited the residence and was placed under arrest. Now, the police report does not indicate which half of him was seen unclothed, but I'm guessing he looked more like Winnie the Pooh than, say, Smokey Bear. Anyway, when he was in custody, he then spat at and assaulted an officer, resulting in a felony charge being filed against him. He, too, locked up in lieu of $25,000 bond. Now we go to 7-Eleven, where patrons there, they were treated to a lewd display by a 38-year-old woman who exposed herself and pleasured herself near the front doors of the convenience store. Police allege that Vanessa Jones intentionally masturbated while outside of a 7-Eleven in St. Petersburg at about 11 a.m. She was arrested for lewd and lascivious exhibition, which is a felony, and they say they had to bring up this extra charge because she, quote, continuously rubbed her vagina. Says she was observed by a child's uncle who, quote, video recorded the incident, which was then shown to law enforcement. Anyway, she was being held on $10,000 bond.
Okay. Ted, I got my own theory on this one. Here it is. I think the mall Santa in Connecticut is the worst. This was an underage teenage coworker. He flashed his genitalia at her. Okay, so based on his fine, based on the fact that he's been barred from the mall, based on his actions, in my mind, he is the worst out of the three. Now, as far as the other two are concerned, the only thing that I would differ on this is the guy in Connecticut who was naked, humping trees and screaming
and eating branches
was in a stranger's backyard. Although shocking to the people who probably lived and saw this.
I would think so.
It wasn't exactly out in front of a bunch of different people. Yes, someone did see this guy doing this, but it was not as...
not as public?
Yeah. I mean, you're in the backyard. Granted, the people who live there are probably losing their mind, but it didn't affect as many people as if you were masturbating in front of a 7-Eleven, in front of a guy, his kid, and multiple other people who continue to walk into the 7-Eleven. Not that that really is that weird for 7-Eleven.
Or Florida.
But I think out of all these, the guy who was humping trees, screaming, half naked, eating branches in the stranger's yard probably sucks the least.
I hear what you're saying, but... based on, oh my God.
You said but.
I know, come on, let's get out of here.
But based on the last comment you made about at 7-Eleven, you never know what to expect. I just feel like it's a risk assessment when you show up there. Now, should there be a lady there masturbating?
All right.
No, but this guy was in their backyard. He's lucky he didn't get killed. And who knows? Was there a family? I don't know. Can you imagine seeing some dude in the backyard going to town and then eating branches?
Then he ran into someone else's house and scared them out.
Yeah, like he's affecting them in their home. They'll never feel safe again.
Right.
You're going to go back to that 7-Eleven.
Every time you go to 7-Eleven, it's weird.
And it was freaking disgusting to see this lady. And I'm sure you got to explain to little Bobby what he just witnessed. But
I saw her mugshot.
Yeah.
She was just playing the banjo, baby.
I'm just saying the guy in Connecticut. Right, so she sucks the least.
Okay. I would agree. Yeah. And it doesn't make it right, but again, because it's outside of 7-Eleven, of all of these stories, if you said any of these happened at 7-Eleven, I would believe it.
Caroline says, Tree Guy, if you like KISW on Facebook. Kevin said, is there an accidental way to do that as far as masturbating in a backyard? And Brian says, wait, there is such a thing as unintentional masturbating. Either way, the debate continues. If you like KISW on Facebook, you are listening to The Men's Room.
New on Curiosity Stream, she was a loving wife, a devoted mother. She also stole atomic secrets and gave them to the Soviets. Meet the woman whose deception kick-started the Cold War on the spy who stole the atom bomb. And
what if they catch you?
Then I shall be shot.
They're coming! Come back!
relive history's most death-defying escapes. It's Impossible Escapes, Civil War. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
You're in the men's room. 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle.
All right, coming up in just a couple minutes here, we will drink, we will toast with a shot of the day. Hey, we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now, but first, a quick check-in with Mike Hawk. Okay? Some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Get out of here.
What are you looking at?
You have a little headline for us?
Oh, damn it. Alrighty. 6 men have been arrested after attempting to steal millions of frequent flyer miles from hacked accounts.
Okay.
That's just rude.
It is rude.
You can't even barely transfer those things. I wonder how you can do that.
They hacked into the account miles. They can figure out how to switch over the miles.
Okay.
A treasure hunter has been sentenced to 5 years in jail for not telling investors about the 500 gold coins that he found in a shipwreck.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Right.
And he doesn't really have all those coins. He's not disclosing where those coins are.
Right. Correct.
That's what they're pissed off about.
Well, if somebody pays for your trip to go treasure hunting, obviously that comes with the, when you find treasure,
you let me know.
X%. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to pay them back. You can't just be like, oh, I found it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I like them. No, I found it.
Right. And like funded you to go down there.
Right.
Right. Get real. You'd still be on the mainland if it wasn't for me.
Right. I didn't do it just for, just for the grins of you going down there and accomplishing your dreams. I did it because I believe there's stuff down there, too.
Ted, I feel like you're in an episode of Magnum P.I. If it wasn't for me, you'd still be on the mainland.
Right. I was like, what am I, Hawaiian? I don't know why I said that.
Sipping Mai Tais. A man pretended to be disabled and tricked a woman into changing his diapers.
That is so sick.
It is. It's disgusting.
Who does that?
This guy.
God almighty.
I feel like I see more and more of those stories, like where that fetish of men needing their diapers changed or wanting to have their diapers changed is sprouting.
There was the fat dude on a flight about a year ago. He did that, but he actually needed the help. The problem was, as they're doing it, like he's moaning and getting off on it, right? So they're actually changing his diaper, but he's like, oh, yeah. Like, Jesus,
God.
man.
All righty. Yep.
I'm thinking of help changing my diaper. Get it in the hand. See, I got no problem saying, nah, bro.
Right.
We were actually going to use that story for the question of the day. What did you like or get into as a kid?
Right.
Still enjoy as an adult.
Having your diaper
Didn't
changed.
get a chance to get to the store.
I know. Somebody on Twitter was like, spanking.
Sure.
Sure, that makes... All right. A woman in Australia found a massive spider living in the gingerbread house that she bought. And I'm telling you right now that if it's in Australia and it's big enough to be a story, that is a huntsman spider that was inside of that gingerbread house.
Probably. Those things are ridiculous.
Not my spider. Not my Australian spider.
Way to go, gingerbread man. I see what you're doing.
Thank you.
Eat all the gumdrop buttons.
Right?
Oh, man.
Not my food, man.
What day is it?
Real quick, we used to watch that scene just over and over on the DVD.
The Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. There's a theory going around online that Mucinex might help get you pregnant.
Oh, well, if I get a cold, I'm in trouble.
Mucinex. Oh, Jesus God.
Apparently, there's a little bit of truth to it.
I mean, look, I swear by that stuff if you have a cold or cough, but it's getting you pregnant? It's you.
Like without the aid of sex?
Right.
Or is it just helping me if I get pregnant?
I think it's just helping you if you're trying to get pregnant.
We tried to have kids, so I started taking Mucinex.
Right.
Yeah, I just hope
that's the sexiest move I ever made.
Better be the daytime stuff.
I'm pregnant and my sinuses have never been cleaner. Oh, man. A man in Pennsylvania broke the world record of eating Chick-fil-A by eating it for 132 days in a row, not counting on Sundays.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Right?
That sucks.
Emily just gets it, and then this guy breaks it.
Emily, who works with Matt on the morning show across the hallway on the Wolf, she did this.
She did.
I think at the point when she was done, she's like, it's going to take me a little while to eat more Chick-fil-A.
Right.
But she did it every single day.
And she did break the record.
She broke the record.
Right. And then here comes this jamoke out of Pennsylvania.
Emily, you don't have to do this again.
No, you don't.
You've already done your part.
You did it. You've concreted yourself in history.
Yeah, you already gave him the idea.
Although, quick side note, Emily, if you're listening, we're getting a plane crash. I'm eating you first because you're going to taste like Chick-fil-A. It's not a mean thing. It's a compliment.
No, it's not mean at all. That sounds great.
I know. Emily on a bun.
A woman is going viral on TikTok after a dating app revealed that her perfect match is her brother.
Oh, that's got to make you feel good.
She's pissed about it, which I don't...
Why is she... I mean, look, is it just an algorithm?
It's got to be.
Right, so I mean, they're not saying, hey, you should go have sex with your biological brother. It's like they ran an algorithm.
Because I got the feeling that the app doesn't actually know that you two are blood related.
Right. There's nothing to be mad about. Just know that, sadly, your soulmate is your brother.
Right. And apparently there's all kinds of videos now of them on TikTok where the brother is not trying to get brotherly, which makes it worse. Which I think he's just being a brother and being a jackwagon.
He doesn't care. Yeah, it's funny.
Exactly. The website Comparitech actually just released a U.S. map of all 50 states based on what their favorite Christmas movie is.
Okay.
So let's go down the list here. Let's.
I know.
Again with that.
It's so thick.
Doggone it.
It's so thick.
Ted, your home state of Maryland, what do you think would be the number one movie over there? Their favorite Christmas movie over in Maryland?
No, go ahead.
What were you going to say?
Die Hard.
You know what? I'm so tired of this. Hey, it's not a damn Christmas movie.
Sure.
Okay.
Jesus, is that thick.
Let's
Miles, you want to take this microphone over here, bud?
That's what she
Let's
said.
go with Christmas Story.
No, it's Holiday Rush. I've never actually even heard of that.
Holiday Rush? Never heard of it.
Holiday Rush. How about Miles over in your home state of West Virginia?
What was that guy who what's up, Vern? Who was that guy?
Ernest.
Ernest Goes to Christmas. I don't even know that's a movie. That's going to be my guess.
It's actually How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Holiday Rush makes sense. I was going to pick a movie on that same theme, but...
What is Holiday Rush about?
Just somebody needing to get Christmas presents?
I don't know, but it features a mostly black cast.
Okay. Gotcha. In Maryland, that will do.
Right, that's what I was going to be like. Yeah.
So, Miles, West Virginia is How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the one that was released in 2000 with Jim Carrey, not to be mistaken for North Carolina's favorite movie, The Grinch, which was released back in 2018.
The Jim Carrey one?
Mm-hmm. No. West Virginia's favorite is the Jim Carrey one. North Dakota
is the original Grinch.
No, likes the newest Grinch.
What the hell's the new one?
The one from Illumination, the same guys that made the Minions. It was that animated god-awful movie.
Yeah.
That abomination. How about right here in Washington State? What's our favorite Christmas movie? Ted, it's going to piss you off something fierce.
Well, I'm sure it's Die Hard.
It is indeed Die Hard.
Yes, congratulations, hipsters. You got another one.
It's a recycled Christmas.
New York, Texas, and there was one other on there. All like there it is, Illinois. All liked Home Alone. Ohio, for some strange reason, likes Home Alone 2. Lost in New York.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Pennsylvania's a big fan of Bad Santa.
Oh, yeah. All right, Pennsylvania.
Good for you.
As well as Nevada. California goes Edward Scissorhands, and I'd rack that up as another movie that isn't a Christmas movie.
Is that a Christmas movie?
You can watch it around Christmas time because there's Christmas trees and snow and stuff like that in it. Like, it can qualify enough under the umbrella as a Christmas movie to be acceptable during that time.
But the soundtrack's a Halloween soundtrack.
Yeah, because it's Tim Burton, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
At least it has Christmas in the title. One just happened, again.
I know Die Hard happened at Christmas, but that's why he was going to find the ex-wife, Ted. It's all about Christmas spirit, bro.
Wisconsin and Maine go way old school with It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh,
all right.
God.
Let's see. Colorado likes The Nutcracker and The Four Realms.
The Four Realms?
Right?
The hell is that?
Did I miss Gremlins?
I don't think I see Gremlins on the list over here. No.
It's not a Christmas movie. If Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Well, no, now I'm going to the other side. If Die Hard is, so is Gremlins.
I think Gremlins is more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard even.
Delaware goes just as much old school with Miracle on 34th Street. Connecticut, Are you ready for this? Christmas in Connecticut is their favorite movie.
You guys.
God, they are so arrogant.
Get over yourselves.
They are.
Jesus. It's Christmas in Connecticut. Yeah, so what?
South Dakota goes National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
There you go.
Good call.
Nice.
New Mexico, here's another one that's a decent argument. The Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm sorry, that's more of a Halloween movie than a Christmas movie to me.
It is.
I agree.
I mean, maybe you can watch it at both, and again, it falls close enough under that umbrella to actually count, but...
Doesn't matter. It's their favorite.
It's got the name Christmas in it.
I guess.
Someone says, is Rocky IV a Christmas movie?
Did he beat the Russian around Christmas?
It was around Christmas time, I believe, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He just got that robot.
That's a birthday present.
Robot,
I think. Whatever.
Back to some good news stories here. A man in California walked into a local Taco Bell and gave every employee $100.
Damn.
Nice.
Because he remembered actually working as an employee for Taco Bell. And he's like, I know this is a hard job, so here you go. Everybody gets $100.
Not only that, but you can buy 100 things there.
Oh, man.
That's true.
And one employee went to his apartment building and yelled at his loser neighbor from Taco Bell, or from Del Taco. I told you Taco Bell was better, man. I got 100.
A new study found that Christmas tree sales are way up this year.
Yeah, people are home.
I got one.
There you go.
I bought one in 3 years.
They actually did say that there was a burst of first-time buyers of Christmas trees. So.
Well, I think it's kind of like the Thanksgiving thing. A lot of people are now doing this for the first time because
you're not going to the family Christmas.
Right. And you want to have something fun.
A little joy in your home there. A church in Des Moines bought $5 million in medical debt and forgave it all.
Nice. That's very nice.
I can respect that.
$5 million. There you go. A man in Virginia has picked the right lottery numbers, but his winnings were a lot bigger than you'd think.
Why is that?
I'll tell you all about it 1 hour from now.
Thank you, Mike Hawk. Headlines are on the way 1 hour from now. In the meantime, let's get a contestant on the line for Profile This. We'll take caller 9 at 206-421-ROCK. All right, and we made it to drinking time.
New on Curiosity Stream.
Just because it hasn't been done before doesn't mean you can't.
Watch Earth's greatest minds forge our path to a better tomorrow. It's engineering the future. And Jaws, Star Wars, The Godfather, E.T. The biggest movies have even bigger music. From King Kong to The Dark Knight. See how musicians scored Hollywood's greatest hits on great film composers' music of the movies. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.